What is it about spiders that's so scary? Some people say it's their spindly little legs, or the way they crawl about. The symptoms of arachnophobia include sweating, rapid breath, a quick heartbeat, feeling sick, or even dizziness. Are you feeling any of those at the moment? One way to treat arachnophobia is to gradually get nearer to spiders, as well as learn more about them. So we're using the magic of 3D to bring you as close to spiders as you can possibly get. There are 700 different types of spiders in the UK, but none of them are deadly. No one has ever died from a UK spider bite. This fella here, the common house spider, is probably the best known and most hated of all British spiders, but he's pretty important, you know. As well as being harmless, without him, your home would be teeming with all sorts of horrible bugs. Whoops! Did you know most spiders you see around the house are males? They're out and about looking for a mate. That's right, your home is one big spider pickup joint. You might recognise these, the Flocus or daddy longleg spider. Some people think they're the most poisonous spider in the world, but that's a total myth. These guys wouldn't hurt a fly. Well, that's not true, they eat flies, but they can't hurt you. This one's using something called a drag line, a piece of web that helps the spider climb back home if they fall or let themselves drop. If you do see a spider around the house, remember, he's more scared of you than you are of him. Watch out for this one though. It's called a false widow and is one of the few that has a nasty bite. Spiders don't see very well, so they use their leg hairs to pick up vibrations and even smells. That's right, they smell with their legs. At the end of those legs are tiny claws which are used for gripping. Watch how well this wall spider crawls down a steep surface. Spiders have 48 knees. 48! The back end of the spider is where the silk comes from. Look, you can see this orb spider making a web now. Spider silk is the strongest natural fibre known to man, stronger than steel. Most spiders only live for 1 or 2 years, but tarantulas like this one can live up to 30. Don't worry though, you won't be seeing these guys in Britain. They like it much hotter. This little one's a baby pink-toed tarantula, and here's what it's like grown up. See how she moves? Spiders have really good balance. All spiders have fangs, and almost all have venom in them. Lucky for us, most spider venom won't harm people because it's so weak. This Chilean spider's been a bit lazy. Usually, he'll build a web shaped like a funnel, but this time, he's used a piece of wood that's done half his job. He'll hide inside and wait till something tasty walks past. Spiders don't have a skeleton inside their bodies like we do. Instead, they've a hard outer shell called an exoskeleton. It can't grow, so spiders need to shed it, like this guy. That's not a dead spider, that's his old exoskeleton. He's actually climbed out of it and left it behind. Spiders can't chew or swallow. So how do you think they eat? Well, they can only eat liquid lunches. They inject their prey with venom, which turns the insides of insects to a watery goop. Then, the spider just sucks it out. Gross, huh? After seeing all those tarantulas, how do you feel now about seeing a tiny little spider in the bath? Well, what about a bath full of spiders? Remember these guys? The false widows. They're one of the bad guys, but don't worry, the sides of baths are so slippery, no spider can crawl up them. That's why you always find so many in there. Oh, watch out! This guy's getting away! Quick, stop him! Oh, here's one that got away too, but he's one of the good guys, the common house spider. Uh-oh, what have we got here? What would you do if you saw one of these tarantulas crawling towards you? And how would you feel about touching it? What about picking it up? In your hand, this tarantula would feel very delicate, like a little bird. Can you imagine its tiny feet crawling all over your hands? How does that make you feel? Believe it or not, these types of tarantulas are actually really friendly. Some people even keep them as pets. Do you think you could pick one up now? What about one of these daddy longlegs spiders? Remember how harmless they are? And here's the one that makes those cool webs again. Remember the common house spider? Could you pick him up? Oops, that one's fallen into the bath, so you're going to have to get him out now anyway. So how do you feel about spiders now? Do you still see them as scary? Or maybe, just a little bit, the fascinating creatures they really are?